Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Along the Shore. Now today we are going to be working on the back side of our center fold. So let's pull that page out. And I've got some few goodies off to the side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting 3 pockets they'll be long and skinny, and then there'll be 3 things to pull out the side. Now to make my pockets, I'm using some of this paper. It's from this paper pack. I happened to find it in my stash. Didn't even remember that I had it. But it works perfect for this journal. This piece is 6 by 6. Now I'm going to make 3 of these, but I'm just going to do one on camera because the other ones are going to be the same. I've kind of made a template of my measurements on this. But on this pocket, I'm going to have it the other way around. So this bigger cut will be on this side. So that's just kind of a guideline on where I need to make my folds. Because then this is going to be kind of like this. So on one side of the pocket there'll be this, but then the middle pocket, this V will be in the center. And then on this side, it's going to be reversed with the thin side over here. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's get the ruler and the pencil. Make sure my paper is up the right way. So here, this is going to be 1 1/4 in. This is 2 1/2. And this is, how wide was that piece? That one was 2 inches. Okay, so let's line it up here. And we want, well, so the 1 1/4 is going to be over on this side because I want it all reversed. So 1 1/4 there. Then the middle is going to be 2 inches, or 2 1/2, sorry. That seem right? Let's turn it this way. Yeah, because this paper that I did my template on isn't quite the same. Let's just make sure that we've got this the right size. Yep, 6 by 6. Nope, 6 by 6 1/2. Okay, so the 6 1/2 is going up and down on my page. Now let's measure down here. So we got 1 1/4 over there. And then we've got 2 1/2. And then the rest will be extra. Then over here, from where this line here is going to be over, I want 1/4 of an inch. Because that is where my folds are going to be. So it's a 1/4 inch here, and it's a 1/2 inch from the bottom. So let's do our 1/2 inch from the bottom. So now that's going to go from there to there. And on this one, we want 3 1/4 or 3/4 of an inch. Let's see my mark. So 3/4 of an inch is going to be there. And then here is going to be 2 1/2 inches up. 1, 2 1/2. Okay, so we've got all our little nicks and whatnot. let's get our stylus tool, and we're going to do some lines for folding. Used to have a scoreboard, but I got rid of it because I never used it. I find it just as easy to do it this way for the amount of times I need to score something. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to go from my line here up to my line there. Try to make it fairly even. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to go from my line there all the way down to my line down there. Okay, so we've got a line coming this way. We've got a score coming this way, a score coming this way, and a score going that way. Now we can start bending this. So let's bend it there. And now we need to bend it there. Okay. And then bend it here. And then bend it at this angle one. Okay, so now these two outside ones, we actually want them folded the other way, so let's bend that over. And now we can score that down. Now this here has happened on every piece I've done. Paper is kind of splitting. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm going to put some glue on that. But also there's going to be some embellishment. So that'll kind of help cover it up. Let's bend this one over. And make that like that. Let's just push this down a little bit. I don't normally use my bone folder and push these down really hard, but for this pockets, I just felt that they were needed. So now when you can fold this one up, you can see how the thin side is on the opposite side. So one will go there, one will go there, and then one will be in the middle. So of course they'll all be out of this material. Now with this little bit I cut off. So let's just slice that. And then this will be folded like so eventually. Okay. Now let's ink some of this up. I did ink before, but I want to ink more because I want to get these folded sides. Let's get this one here. I think that's all. Oh, and let's do these two sides while I've got the ink out there and there. Now let's take the art glitter glue and we're going to put a little glue. Just want to put a little bit of glue right in where this paper has separated. I don't know if it's because it's such a fine point there or what, but I find a lot of the scrapbook paper kind of splits and stuff. Now I want to put glue on the back side of this fold, getting way down into the corner there. And I'm going to glue this down. I want to make sure I get this little point glued down good. Okay, there's that. Let's glue down this little point. I just thought this kind of crooked pocket would kind of look cool. Never tried these before. Okay. Didn't need to put glue right on the very point there because that's going to be sticking out. And you see this one here did it a little bit too, so I'm going to put just a little bit of glue. Try to get some where it's splitting there. So I'm just going to squeeze a bit up in there. I think I got more all over the place. Okay. So now that pocket's going to be like that. And there's going to be some embellishments on here eventually. So now what I want to do, let's put my pin into my glue. I am going to use some of this sparkle. This is a DMC thread of some kind, and it's kind of, it's rough and it's shiny. And I'm going to use some of that for some stitching. Now what I want to do is I want to stitch along this fold here. So I'm going to go up and then down, and on this one I'll go up and around and down. I'm not going to do that on camera because it is a little bit lengthy. I don't want this video to be really long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you quickly. So this will be, I'm just going to go in and out of each of these holes. I do have some videos on how I do my hand stitching. I always poke my holes in first because it makes it so much easier to stitch. Now you could very easily freehand this or something. But I happen to have this thing from Stampin' Up! And I love it. Okay, let's just go up this side. I hope you guys are following along with this project. And I hope that you will like and share and hit the bell icon and all that stuff. Now, because this is going to be folded, so this stitching over here I want differently. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to finish my holes so they'll only be on that flap. So going this way, I'm going to do a couple of holes until I get up, and then I'll open it back up and I'll finish my holes over to the other side. And I'm just going to line up the holes with ones I've already punched. Okay, so this will give you an idea. So you can see all my holes now. So I'm going to stitch all the way up here and around. And then I'll put the holes in here as well. And then once I get this sewn, I'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do to the front. Okay, so I got this all sewn up. And that's what it looks like there. Now we can glue these two pieces down. The small side is on top. So from right about here, we can glue down there. And along the bottom. And then here, let's glue just along there. Just hold that down for a second, kind of there, because it's so thick there. I want to make sure that it's glued down. I also want to make sure that my pocket is clear in there. The thread too makes it harder to glue on top of, especially this thread it's a bit stiff, so it's not quite as forgiving as the other one. So I'm just going to hold that right at that point for a second. Now I've got some goodies to decorate it. I got a die cut. I got a piece of my fish netting, and then I've got some little plastic seashells. And they were white. I painted them and put some of that wax stuff on the top. Okay. Now, just gonna decorate this up a little bit. I'm gonna put this on the one side. So let's add some glue on all these leaves. Got a little thing that makes these into stickers. I should find it and use it. So that's going to go kind of like that. Make sure that it all gets pushed down. Then we will put this down just at a bit of an angle or something. Now this is kind of hard to glue down. Whoops. Oops, my glasses on the camera. So I'm just going to glue down one string, I guess, for now. Because of the fact there's not a lot on the top of here, I have to rely on gluing this down. Put some across that one. Some there, some there. Because I don't want glue sticking out everywhere. And I can just lift up this side a bit. As I say, I am making the 3 of these, and I will make them the same way, other than this small side going the other way. Okay, I got that. Now let's glue these on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under a book or something, just to press down so that all of these little plastic things get glued down good. And then once they're all dried, I will come back and I will show you. I'm not too worried on where these go, just as long as they're glued on. I'm going to tuck that one kind of right there. Okay. So I'm going to put that under a book just for weight. And then when I figure it's dry, I will come back and show you. Okay, so I've got my 3 pockets done. They're dried, etc. This one I decided to put on a little wooden mermaid. So now we can go ahead and we can put these onto our page. So let's bring that in. And we are going to glue those on. I'm not going to back it because I'm not going to see very much. But these are going to go on like so. And then we'll make 3 tags for these in a later episode. I do like to make all my tags and whatnot at the very end. Now, I'm just thinking on just gluing the ends and then making a belly band out of these, and then I could slip something in there. No, I'm not going to do that because it's going to be pretty thick already with all the embellishments and what's on the other side and stuff. You're going to use art glitter glue as always. Let's glue this down. I think these turned out kind of cute. These pockets are pretty thick because this was cardstock. Now I want to maybe like 1/8 of an inch around it. Just hold that down for a second. The paper, the folio page is a little bit rounded because of the embellishments and whatnot on the other side. So I do want to make sure that the corners and stuff get held down good. Once they're stuck on there, they're going to be totally fine. Now I want to put this one down because I want to kind of even them out as best I can. Because then this one here will go in the middle. So let's turn this here and let's get this all glued up as well. I'm really liking how this project is coming together. It's been a great kit to work with. Okay, now I want to make these as even as I can. I think that's going to be pretty good there. sure that's glued down good. Kind of like how the different sides of the pockets are the different colors. I love the peachy color, but I also like that teal looking color. Okay, now this one we're going to put as close in the middle as we can. Okay, let's add some glue to that. I always like to lay it down to get a good idea on where exactly I want to put it, making sure that it fits okay, etc. Okay, there's the glue on there. I do want to get this as even on the top as I can, and as even going down those as good as I can. Sure, I got the edges really good. Now, even though I'm thinking now I should have put the mermaid like this away. The shells don't really matter, but the mermaid would have been nice that away. But I was thinking, you know, focusing this away. I should have actually focused the embellishments this way, but that's okay. Now let's put this in our book and see kind of what it's going to be like. So we got that, then we got our big belly band, centerfold. I love that page. I love this. And now we've got this here. I think the only thing would be the mermaid if I could change it. I might see if I can get it up. Not sure yet how important I think it is. But we'll see. Even those could have been a little more like this way. But oh well, that's okay. I still like it. I love the three little pockets, and I like how these two are the opposite. Would have been nice if the pink and the green were switched, but that's okay. I don't mind that. But hopefully you like this part of it. And next we're going to work on the other little page. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but we'll soon find out. So check out Facebook, Ko-fi site, K-O-F-I. All the links are down below. And we'll see you soon. Bye.